Howdy, guys. Welcome to night 6 from Big Brother 22. Cliff notes from outside the house. We're going to cover the live feeds, what went on this evening. Not as much as past night, so this is going to be a little bit quicker. There's two key statements that cover the entire evening, basically. One, no one's talking game to me. I don't know what's going on. Liars, all of them liars, but that's what everyone's saying. Two, I don't know who I'm voting for. I'm just going to wait and see how the house goes because I don't know who I want to keep or vote out. You're lying on that too, but I get it. It's early in the week, so it'll take a little while, another few days before you start seeing things solidify up. But that's what everyone is talking about. The one thing that was talked about a little bit more, Memphis has had this idea of approaching a lot of the new schoolers and trying to create an alliance. Basically, Memphis, Cody, Tyler, Danny, Nicole, Franzel, and Christmas. 6-person alliance. We'll talk about that in just a little bit because they've kind of started putting that into motion a little bit. But real quick, let's go in what happened this evening. First of all, Davon and David talking. David said that no one has approached him for a formal alliance except for Bailey and Davon. Maybe not formal, depends on how you define that word. But it does sound like the three of them are trying to work together as much as possible. He's going to continue to act like he doesn't know anything. He's playing dumb, which I knew he was, but he's playing dumb and hoping that helps him out a little bit. Davon said that she's been working on Danny. Bailey is working on Janelle. She's suggesting that David needs someone to work on as well. Davon also said she already has Nicole Franzel, that she feels like that she's on good terms with her. So they're trying to branch out and get some other people pulled into their alliance a little bit, with the three of them being the core, really Davon and Bailey being the biggest core. Memphis and Christmas talked again, this alliance that Memphis is trying to create. But he's not letting anyone know that he and Cody have already more or less talked about this on their own. He's letting Christmas think that it's really an alliance between him and Christmas, that they're bringing in a lot of people. And Christmas seems like she's buying it. She was going to approach Cody later and then talk to Cody about it. Right after that, Cody came out. Memphis said, hey, she doesn't know that we've already got it set up. She's going to come to you later, act like you don't know anything about it. What a great idea it is. So they're doing that. Later, Christmas was discussing this alliance with Tyler. Tyler was expressing surprise that Memphis was part of it because he said he's barely talked to him. I don't know if Tyler's aware that this has already been talked about, or he's a little caught off guard too and really think it's a new idea. But he and Christmas talked, and they're all for this new alliance of 6 people today. Man, these things are changing so much. There's so many conflicting or multiple alliances on top of each other. But that 6-person alliance, there was some action tonight trying to get that going on. Danny was complaining to Davon that Janelle is staying in her key room so she doesn't have to wear her costume, her star costume. She doesn't like that. She thinks that's unfair. She's also wondering who Janelle is working with, but says that she likes it, that she thinks Janelle likes Cody. Davon says that she gives secrets to Danny and Bailey only. That those other two are the only people that Davon is working with and trusting. Again, you're seeing some little overlaps in terms of who people are saying they're working with and all that. Danny asked who else Davon likes. Davon said that she wants to like Christmas, but she's just not sure who else Christmas may be working with. So she's been a little cautious with that. Danny also thought that Janelle might be trying to pull an all-girls alliance together. I haven't really seen that from the feeds, but again, a lot of people trying to put pieces together and make some assumptions, or maybe, I don't know. That was the thought. Danny also mentioned that she likes playing with Cody, but that they haven't talked game whatsoever. Saying it doesn't make it true. Davon finally told, just to keep this in mind, yesterday, the core group of 4, Davon, Bailey, Enzo, and Cody, each tried to pick a separate person to work on to try to bring in. Well, Davon had said she was going to work on Danny, and we saw some of that tonight with her really talking a lot to Danny and trying to develop that relationship. Danny and Bailey, they both said they want Kevin to stay. Talked a lot about how Kevin's so nice, they don't want to hurt him. But Bailey said that she feels like the house may be leaning the other way. I don't know. It's tough to see right now because people are saying different things depending on who they talk to. I get the impression they're leaning towards keeping Kevin. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It seems like that's where they're leaning, though. Bailey said that she really likes Kevin, feels like he's closer to our side as opposed to Keisha. Danny likes that it breaks up a possible Keisha-Memphis duo, an old school duo, so she'd love to see that broken up. Danny later talked to Davon again and again said that she wants to keep Kevin. Felt like they were sincere in that, so we'll see. That makes me think that maybe Kevin is going to be safe. Cody and Nicole Franzel. Franzel asked if Christmas had mentioned the Memphis alliance to Cody. Again, this is all pre-planned and everything. She says Memphis came to her, and she's glad that Memphis trusts her. So again, Nicole Franzel is another one who thinks that this is all just now starting when really it's been discussed for the past day or two. Nicole Franzel says that Ian is nothing but a cover story. Oh, because Cody said you've got to be careful because Enzo saw you and Ian talking, and he's really nervous about you. And she said, yeah, but Ian's nothing but a cover story. It doesn't mean anything. He said it doesn't matter because Enzo's still going to get nervous if he sees you whispering to other people that aren't part of a group. So he told her that she's got to be careful on that. Cody told Franzel, he said keeping Kevin is a no-brainer. Much better for us to do that. So again, there you go. Franzel said that Davon is scared of them, but even though she's scared of them, Nicole would like to. Oh, maybe. Davon's scared of them, but Nicole would like to work with her. Is what her thinking is. Nicole also wants to find out who Janelle wants to. All right. Nicole said, I really don't know who Janelle is trying to work with, but I need to find out who she wants to work with. She said, I need to find out who does Janelle want to keep on Thursday's vote, and that's who I'm voting to knock out. She wants to do whatever Janelle doesn't want to do. So obviously, she's seeing the old school and those as her primary targets. Cody is also worried about Danny because he said she talks a lot of game and mentioned that to Nicole Franzel. Ian has been telling everyone, and it's been on both sides, so he's saying the same story to everyone. He doesn't really go with the House vote that much. That's not the way he's done in the past, and he's really 50-50. He's been very non-committal. Everyone else is too, but Ian may truly be non-committal. I feel like maybe he's telling a bit of the truth on that. What else? Janelle told Keisha that she needs Nicole Anthony and Ian to get the vote. I don't think she's getting Nicole Anthony's vote. Ian, I'm not sure one way or the other. It depends on what people maybe suggest with the new school. For Nicole to turn on Kevin, unless it's just outright an obvious majority vote, that she'll vote with the House because she has to. But if there's a chance to keep Kevin, they're not getting Nicole's vote, I don't think. She may prove me wrong, but I don't think so. She also said she needs that Keisha really needs to campaign hard to Bailey and Davon, and I believe that. I think that's the key really for this vote is the two of them. She said maybe you need to tell them that all the girls need to stick together. We need to get rid of the guy. If you get rid of girls now, we may be in trouble. So that's kind of their campaign pitch to Davon and Bailey is a gender type situation. There are so many conversations with people saying that no one's talking game to them. So that just, again, I said that was a bit of a theme of it. What is going on? Tyler and Kevin talked. Tyler, I think this was in the storage room. Tyler really put it on thick, saying, Kevin, I want you to stay. I don't want you to go anywhere. I love you, man. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to you. I want you to stay. Not only am I not voting to send you out the door, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that no one else does either. I got you back, man. You're covered. You're covered. And I think he's sincere, but we'll see. Kevin was very appreciative. Kevin has these little conversations with people who say that he's safe. He went back to the have-not room and was doing a little bit of dancing. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. You can tell how he's feeling, and he's feeling better because people are telling him the right things. But he may be right. He may be safe. Kevin said, that's great. He really wants to work with Tyler, and Tyler said, oh, absolutely, man. I want to work with you as well. This staging game, you don't ever say no to anyone. If they say they want to work with you, if they say you want an alliance with you, yeah, absolutely, bring it on. 15 final twos, yeah, if that's what it takes. Come on. One couple of points just to mention as well. The have-nots have learned that they're going to be finished at midnight tonight, I guess, since we're at the end of the day Tuesday, the have-nots are through. They're already planning on cooking pizzas and having everything ready to go exactly at midnight. They're ready to get off the slot, man. I don't blame them based on what they've been through. Christmas was crying in the HOH room because she misses her son. I sympathize with that, Christmas. It's horrible. It takes some getting used to. Nicole Franzel started crying as well towards I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning or so. She's crying because she said she was in the key room. She wanted to sleep, and there were a whole bunch of people in there in her room. She's upset with Janelle because she said Janelle keeps bringing up people like Corey and other people that Nicole doesn't really like, or maybe that's a strong word, that Nicole's uncomfortable talking about. And Janelle kept bringing it up, and she thinks she's doing it on purpose just to irritate her a little bit. He's also upset with Nicole Anthony because she said Nicole was in there talking about the podcast that she does in the real world, Eric, her co-host. And she said that she hates that this being in the house isn't where you promote podcasts and everything else. And she's really irritated with Nicole Anthony for that, and Janelle for talking about some of the other house guests. So she was outside crying quite a bit, told people, I think Christmas and Cody, maybe Tyler were out there. She said, don't tell anyone. I don't want them to know they got under my skin, but I'm really tired of it. So she's either emotional, really a little stressed out, or it's just a little bit of, I don't know. She seemed to clear up pretty well when she went out to hammock and started talking to Cody, and it got a little bit better. Memphis had a meltdown. He got really upset because the lights in the have-not room would not turn off. He was ready for him to turn off. Kevin finally came in, laid down, just staring up at the cameras, not even trying to close his eyes. Lights are on. Memphis gets more and more upset. He finally just storms out of the have-not room, goes into the diary room. I'm sure it's to gripe that they won't turn the lights off. Hey, been there, done that, Memphis. Ain't gonna help you, but I understand. So last I saw, he was still in there with the lights still on, and probably still not any more happy than he is. Memphis needs to get off the slop. Nicole is having her, as we speak, she's having her late night tea session in call it the boat room. I guess it's the Love Lounge now. She's stressed out. She really is concerned that she doesn't know who the target is. She's seeing 7, 8, 9 people in this alliance that she's imagining, old school, new school coming together into one big conglomeration that isn't her. She doesn't know which way the votes are going to go. She's really worried if Kevin goes that she's an easy target, which could be the case. I think it benefits her if Kevin stays in the house with her and they create a twosome, but it'll all clear up after this eviction vote, and the next HOH is going to be so huge. So if someone on the new school side wins again, all the people are going to gravitate that way. I think they're going to start picking off the hanger-ons and the other side just week after week. If someone from the old school, someone who's not kind of attached to that new school group, they win HOH, then you may have some of these independents and the people in the middle gravitating that direction. And next thing you know, you may have a situation for every week someone's taking a shot that way, and they'll slowly pick each other off instead of just one group dominating. That's what I'm hoping. I'd rather see that. That depends on who wins the HOH. Like every week, the next veto, the next HOH is the most important one of the whole season. This time it's pretty important. All right, guys. So again, not nearly as much going on this evening as past evenings. So I'll probably shut it down there. Oh, I got one more thing, and maybe this might be the most important part of the whole night. The house now has a bidet, apparently upstairs in the HOH and downstairs as well. People have been bragging a little bit about it. Nicole Anthony said she now has a new milestone: life before the bidet, life after the bidet. But now we know who is responsible. According to Kazar, he said that he's the one that requested it. That's the reason that they have a bidet inside the Big Brother house. So 16 people sharing the same bathroom, but at least it's kind of a fancy one, man. Be grateful for little things. All right, guys, we're going to shut it down. Y'all have a fantastic evening. Tomorrow night, they'll probably lose by the time y'all are seeing this, they're probably losing the backyard. My guess is a backyard shut down, getting ready to build the HOH set for Thursday night. Once they get back indoors, everything gets a little more stressful. They get the cabin fever. We'll see a little bit more happening, I expect, starting tomorrow night and on into the eviction vote. Guys, y'all have a great one. Have a great evening. Cheers.